Hi, everybody. I wanted to talk about perception. Perception is critical. I mean, most of you know that perception is one of the 6 higher mental faculties. And I really been studying lately stuff that really shows and points perception is critical. Everything you do, think, and create can change the way you look at things. And Wayne Dyer said that. You change the way you look at things and the things change. Now, what does he mean? It means it doesn't matter what challenge you're dealing with. It is how you're viewing that challenge. And sometimes it's really, Bob talks about this all the time when he says, when you have a challenge, put it down, write it down on a piece of paper, put that paper in the middle of the table, and you ask, you get to the energy of different person, your mentor, someone you value and trust, and you ask, how would they view it? And I actually agree, it's brilliant, because I've tried it many times, and lately like sometimes you think you have an issue and then you say to someone else, and before they even answer you back, you're ready. It's almost as you say, I didn't actually need to ask them because I can see it from a different point of view. So you can literally just think of that person and then see. Sometimes because we are going through a challenge, your view may be blurry blurry pretty much, so you can't see clearly. But you can always shift your perception. And what I wanted to, what I was thinking is like when we get home and you're entering the house and you're going to enter it through the front door because that's how we usually do it. And maybe occasionally you have a back door which you entered it. But think about your goal being your house. And now I'm entering the house. Well, I go through the front door, but I can also enter the house from a back door. Then I can enter the house through the windows. Not that I'm going to, but I could if I wanted to. And if I have a chimney, okay, we're going to Santa, and some of the houses you may come and have a real challenge to enter it through the chimney. But what I'm getting at is now think of the 3 to 5 different ways you can enter your house. Now think of your goal and put down 5 different ways you can get to your goal. And think as a different person. Maybe sometimes think as you and you and you and then someone else. How can I get to this? Now look at all the 5 options you've written. And by 5, I mean as many as you choose. But let's go for 5. And you see which one of them is faster and the least effortless, the least hard, like the fastest and the easiest. That's what I'm looking for, easiest. And then you go, just think, what can I do? What is the next step? Even a baby step. As long as you're taking steps, it doesn't really matter because you want to be in a vibration of moving. How can I move towards my goal? And it's just a perception of whatever happens. You change it. If you can't see it clearly, ask someone you trust, really, or mentors. Just throw it out. And they usually come back and I'm like, sure, I should have thought of that. Or sometimes, as I mentioned before, you will come with your answer before they even answer you back. It's just that releasing the question comes back and you look at it from a different point of view. So you shift your view, you look at things differently, and your perception changes. Absolutely critical. I believe perception is absolutely critical to life. It's the door to consciousness, and you should consciously look at things differently. So not just consciously create the situations when you look at the things differently. And I'll see you tomorrow.